Okay, so recently I found out, well, not exactly recently, but after some time, I noticed that Typesense has a feature where you can easily create a chatbot using RAG. So if you look at the API documentation below, you'll see Conversational Search, or RAG, Retrieval-Augmented Generation. When you click on it, you will see the API endpoints you need to use. It's very straightforward. So a quick introduction, you need to create your conversational model. It's something like setting up a persona for your assistant. Then there are all these follow-up features. But the most important part is here, the collection. I think this is really interesting. All you need to do is create a collection and index your documents. It could be your FAQ or knowledge-based document. After that, you can integrate your conversation flow with the collection that you created. So when you start chatting, it will refer to the collection for all the facts. And that basically becomes a chatbot based on your data. All right, let me show you a quick demo. So at the start, you will just need to install Typesense. For me, I'm using the self-hosted version, but you can use the cloud-based if you don't like to meddle with virtual machine or server. However, if you have a server or VM, you can go to the guide here and install Typesense. It's very easy. Then once it's installed, you can get it up and running quickly. To test if it's working properly, you can start using Postman and do some simple check. Before starting, you'll want to try building a collection first. I've already created a collection. I'm using WordPress data as the source. So next, I need to build a conversation model. Once you created the conversation model, you can then initiate a conversation. The first conversation will return a conversation ID. You need to copy the conversation ID and add it into the query. After that, you'll be able to chat with it like you're talking to someone. Everything the bot respond is based on the collection. You can add any data to the collection as much as your server allows. And I think it's pretty cool. But of course, this is very not user-friendly, so you might want to create a front end. For a quick demo, I'm using Appsmith. First, I need to create the conversation model by filling up the blanks here. Once done, I will need to test it. To test, I created a drop-down menu to select my collection and then look for the conversation model that I want to use. On the last column, a button can be clicked to open a pop-up to test the chat. Here, I can ask anything I want. Then you'll see the response. The response looks like you're chatting with a bot. Of course, you can build a better UI. This is just an example. But I hope this was interesting for you as it is for me. Thanks for watching.